It's Cofield and Company on ESPN Las Vegas.
Canoga Park, come on down and stay for a while. Community, neighbors always lend a hand. Help me or strip clubs, then schools or churches. Main export pornography. When your car gets jacked, you might find it here or in the stolen used car lot. Come see the mayor's house.
Mean streets
Right
of Canoga
across
Park.
from the LA River.
Mean streets of the valley. There aren't many, very many mean streets, but Canoga's kind of fallen apart. And I've been told by the SO that Reseda has always been kind of a tough part. And can we get Arash's mic up? And of course, that's where Karate Kid. Check that. And now
history.
Yeah, Cobra Kai
and
is based in
if
Reseda.
you're a pro wrestling fan,
A lot of violent, gang karate wars.
yeah, the mean streets
Reseda.
of Canoga Park.
They're always meeting up to practice,
Yeah.
not practice their karate, but actually put it into use and beat people up.
Well, is there an idea for the Olympics to roll in the All Valley?
Trust me, I
By the
actually
way,
said
just
this.
as I got into breakdancing, like I'm so into it now. It's not going to be.
out.
Yeah,
You're not actually.
It's out.
It's a
I
terrible
love
sport.
Ray Gunn. Are you kidding me? She's like a villain. Like I'm gonna, like I don't deserve to be here, but I'm here. I
The only
love that.
really good lasting impact of Ray Gun was that
You just did the
UFC.
kangaroo.
UFC was in Australia last week, and one of the female fighters won, and then did the Ray Gun
see?
routine after
Oh, nice.
winning, which was great.
That's
Just go on the
amazing.
ground and go in circles.
Yeah.
That's the
It
best
stood up and
part.
did the kangaroo hop.
That's
Oh my
the
God.
It was
best.
great.
A report the other day on KTLA, Long Beach to begin removing homeless encampments following Newsom order. I thought that was a bit of a pub stunt last week when Newsom's like, picking up the garbage,
Yeah.
cleaning up. Have you seen a difference?
No.
Around Southern California?
Downtown's gotten progressively worse. Like I'm not.
Well, Skid Row is.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
This is the
Mr.
counter.
Downtown.
This is
Oh,
actually
he can
downtown
have
LA
it.
guy.
He
He can have that
That's-
part.
And then I was wondering, like, what was the moment that downtown turned? And it was like the moment that Adam Hill said he was the mayor of downtown Los Angeles. And I'm like, bro, you can have it, but like, please take care of it. And he just let it rot. And I blame Adam Hill. I do think Costa Mesa will suffer from him spending so much time there as well.
That would be.
I've already heard reports about.
Really? Is that right?
The mean streets of Costa Mesa.
Oh no.
Goat Hill is still thriving. Don't
Yeah.
worry, that's my spot.
Yeah, right.
Still thriving. And actually, I was living in Santa Ana. So
Okay.
that was the.
That was the
It
area.
was,
that I was
trust me,
struggling.
it didn't need to go down much further. It was already not great.
I don't know what's going on with the homeless and what they're going to do with them. I don't think there's a good answer. I will say when I went to San Fran a couple weeks ago, they did a sweep.
Yeah.
You could tell they'd done a sweep like 3 weeks before because there was very few there. I'm like, I don't know where they all went. But
that's the sad part. Like, where do they
Right.
go? Where do you, so yeah.
well, you live there, so I mean, I'm concerned for you. I want your. I mean, you're kind of hoity-toity though. You actually moved. You moved on and up.
No, but listen, I planted my flag on the north end of the strip. It's not perfect, but we're there. I'm there getting my hands dirty and part of the community.
Adam, you do have to admit he did one up you on that one. You moved to Sohai right next to Floyd Mayweather, and this guy's like, you know what? I'm going to be right there by the Stratosphere, and I love the Stratosphere,
Right
but
by the Bonanza,
He lives in a rundown shack.
That's right.
well, I didn't say you live behind the Strat. You might.
I think
but you're well above it.
community.
Well,
I
you're
think
not above the
I
Strat.
think
You're
his
well above
place
the
is
neighborhood.
higher than the Strat.
Yeah, right.
So on the theme of California, sort of, Olympics going to LA. We're going to talk about this a lot as long as we're all here doing a radio show. This flag football thing.
Yes.
I mean, I brought it up right after. Well, I brought it up after the Olympics on the 3-on-3. I'm like, we were not good in 3-on-3, and it sounds like we have this restrictive thing with the Olympics and FIBA. BBW, Big Brian Windhorst, went on with McAfee and said basically they don't want us to win in 3-on-3.
Yeah.
That's why you saw, a lot of players can't.
Jimmy
even,
Fredette.
yeah, and you got and Haley Van Lith actually played okay, but we have to win at flag football. We have to. We have to have pride, and I don't know who. Like, I think there's guys playing flag football now who are like, oh, this is our sport. We're going to be in. Like, no, you're not.
No. We have to win. So it's interesting that I talked to Casey Wasserman about this. They have not yet named the location because I think that they still want to get a better sense of who's going to be playing. And if it's, for example, Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, like they're not going to have it in some park in Canoga Park. Like they're going to have it at a stadium or something along those lines. So I do think that is their thought process. And by the way, that the fact that the National Football League had that Jalen Hurts promo where he's throwing the ball at the Coliseum, like I do think you'll see flag football at a stadium. Yeah. And what an amazing moment for these guys. I mean, they've never played a sport where they had the opportunity to compete in the Olympics, and then now they do. So I think you'll see Patrick Mahomes and some of these guys play.
What do you think? Where should it be?
I know
should
some
it
guys
be
are fired up?
Should it be at a high school, like again, not downtown Las Vegas, but more in that area? Should it go out? And the Rams facility is going to be done. Obviously, the Chargers facility is done. No. I don't know what it looks like. Do they have a stadium there? Is it like Frisco with Jerry Jones?
It's a little bit like Frisco, but they don't have like an actual proper like high school where you can seat like 10,000.
But do like the Germany versus New Zealand game there.
Exactly, but you're not going to have like, you know, if Team USA, and again, they are led by some of the biggest names in football, like I think that has to be at a stadium or at least a Major League Soccer. Like you're talking at least 20,000.
I know what you're saying, but that's a good idea. You're right. Because I was thinking like
the bank or whatever.
They got to have like SoFi already. They're like, you're not doing flag football here. And then all of a sudden they're like, it's going to be NFL players. Oh, crap. All right, well, track and field somewhere else this time around. Sorry, Noah Lyles. You're getting dissed at home too.
Yeah.
By the way, you saw him complaining, right? He was on with he actually makes a great point. But he's unrealistic. With Shannon Sharp, he was saying the sprinter from Botswana goes home. He's got, he's greeted like a hero. There's 30,000 people in the stadium. Our Olympians get off the plane and it's like, hey, a couple pictures and let's go home. Well, there's no limo. There's no, there's no.
This is something that Ronda Rousey talked about when she first started MMA. One of her big stories was, I worked my entire life for one moment every 4 years. Did that twice, and then your entire life is like, all right, now you're done. Well, now what? Like, nobody cares that you won a medal in judo. So, like, what are you supposed to do? She was living in her car at the time. She was essentially homeless
after winning medals
at the Olympics. And that's kind of her finding MMA and taking that path was such a godsend for her because of that situation she was in. But she brought that same thing to the attention. When you're in these sports that aren't, if you're not a basketball player that's coming back to the NBA, you are kind of in that position. Even those high profile, like swimming and track, you're kind of in the same spot. Like, you can't. It's not like a professional swimming league. I think there is somewhere, but like nobody really cares what's going on in there.
And they've tried to have like year-round competitions or leagues or whatnot for track and field and swimming. Nobody cares.
Well, I made the suggestion to get them a little money and have an advertising campaign instead of the LVCVA here paying all 12 aces, which are not, or having 220 influencers that are paying millions and total of millions and millions of dollars. Why wouldn't they take like 8 Olympians and have them as brand ambassadors for Las Vegas and spend the money with them? And it's a win-win.
That's a good point.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. But listen, I mean, they're just finding these biggest like influencers and just paying them, hey, come out to Circa and just say how great it is.
I'm not saying I hate influencers, but I feel like our Olympians.
How much did that total? Wasn't that like 8 million or some crazy figure?
Oh, it was high. I don't know. You guys did the investigation. You know the number?
I don't.
Well, you guys are good at investigating the LCVA. The RJ's real strong. No, we do need it. We do need the oversight. Well, let's get more specific about the flag football thing because one, there's a quarterback of the USA national flag football team, Hoosh Doucette, said it was disrespectful to assume NFL players are going to take the Olympic team spots. And then what did Mahomes say? Did he come firing back?
Well, he just posted a meme, basically like, "Who are you?"
No, did he?
Who?
Now, here's the thing. I mean, hot take, Tom, I guess for some, but it's just fact. You play tomorrow, the U.S. flag team is beating the NFL players.
I love this.
It's not the same sport. No, it's not the same sport.
No, exactly.
It's not the same sport.
Salerno fought me on this.
Griffin, if you give me
what skill set?
What skill set? By the way, we already know because we've watched the Pro Bowl flag football game and they suck at it. They don't know how to play it.
Trying?
Yes, because they don't know what to do. They're slapping hands away. They're cheating.
How hard do you think it is to learn?
I was about to say, you give me a month of practice, NFL team's winning. But you give me tomorrow, the flag football team is absolutely and I think it's not even close, to be honest with you. I think they're winning tomorrow. Now, if you get a month, I'm taking the NFL guys.
Cofield like enables you to have these
Because it's
terrible
true.
takes.
We don't talk.
It's
So
true.
you're telling me like Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, and like if I were to pick my team of the best, like that I
different
think,
sport.
okay, but it's so they're playing with flag football. So what are
Yeah.
you flag guarding? Like
Yeah,
Patrick
they don't
Mahomes
know how to do it. Yes.
doesn't know how to
Instead
do
of trying
that?
to avoid tackles, you're trying to avoid. You got to swing the hip thing.
Do you
that
think the
players do.
athleticism of Patrick Mahomes can compensate
Yes.
for
Once
the
he
fact
learns how to
that
play? Yes.
Okay, because he's one of the best athletes
Yes.
in
Once
the
he
world.
learns how to play, he's going to dominate in it.
What
He
sport?
doesn't know the sport.
What is the ball? Is it shaped like a football?
It is.
And does he pass that football?
He does.
Does he run? Does he try to elude tackle?
No, it's
Not
different
tacklers, but
because
you try to elude the defender coming after you, right?
Well, at what
And
time? How long do they get to rush? When do they rush? When do they start coming in? How long do you have
Do you
to?
think it matters
What's the
to
internal
Patrick
clock?
Mahomes?
Yes, it does. Yes, of course it does.
So he's probably gonna have more time because if you're telling me that there's some kind of a time component where I can't rush Patrick Mahomes, I gotta wait. You
sometimes blitz, but I'm sure he doesn't even know when.
Like you really
when
think
you can and
Patrick
when you can't.
Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and the team that I would put together are the best players in football? They would need a month to beat
Maybe it's
what
2
the hell is
weeks.
this guy's name? Who's
Maybe
in the
it's 2
Flag
weeks.
Football USA League
Maybe it's
that
2
no
weeks,
one's
maybe
ever
it's
heard
3
of?
weeks, maybe it's a week, whatever. It's time.
Unbelievable.
I'm saying if they play tomorrow, and I'm also saying like
unbelievable.
Yes, because I'm also talking about, and this was on a show before us, and I was like, you're making
What's
the
this
point
guy's
against
profession? This flag. I bet you this is not his profession.
flag football player.
No, it's not.
He's got a
the show
LinkedIn
before
page. Did
the
you see his
show-
throwing mechanics?
The show before, yeah, he's not great. Yeah, in a month he's going to get destroyed.
Like-
I'm not advocating.
So
I'm
Adam
advocating
Hill
for
is
the
saying
NFL
that they
guys.
need a month. Like Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes and I'm
I'm
just
saying
kidding,
a period of time. It might be 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, whatever. They need.
I'm saying
they
we
need
can get
practice time.
together in the lobby of the Circa and I could tell them what the hell they have to do.
That's clearly not true. I've watched the Pro Bowl flag games. They don't know what they're doing.
To base anything off of the Pro Bowl is an absolute joke.
But they clearly don't know what
Because
they're
the Pro
doing.
Bowl's a joke.
Right, but they don't know. They don't know the game. They don't know what
do
they're
you
doing.
think that they're trying in this
Yes,
the Pro
I do.
Bowl?
I
Okay,
do. I've
well,
watched
I
it.
think that's where we disagree. I don't
Yeah,
think that
I've
they're
watched
trying.
it. They don't try in the Pro Bowl. They try in the flag game.
Because they're playing like flag football with their friends. If they're playing flag football against these guys who saying if we say tomorrow the winner of this game gets to play for Team USA, gets to play for a gold medal, you
I'm
think
taking the
that
flag guys.
okay?
Tomorrow.
I mean, I
Tomorrow,
think that's
yeah.
like where's
Just
someone
like-
from Circa to put
just
some
like-
odds on
Just
this?
like I'm taking, and this was the example from the show before us, and I was like, you're making the point against you because he said, if you take the top pickleball player in the world and put him against Djokovic in pickleball, the top pickleball player is probably going to win. But next week, Djokovic's probably going to win. Like, yes, that's true. That's correct. That's absolutely what would happen.
Well, guys, it's been another wonderful block with you two. Nearly coming to blows. Arash, before you
Hold me back.
before we get you out of here, let's talk about Sporting Tribune and the broadcast. And you are part of the Lotus Broadcasting family now on the Iranian stations in LA. But you've got a stream every night, so I want you to direct people to the right spots.
It's every night.
How do you turn notifications off on
our
that? Every
X.
night I get like a notification.
Oh, it's great.
So
right?
Arash Markazi and the
viewership
Sporting Tribune
through the roof. I
are
love
live on X.
We're averaging around like 3,000 views on that, which is really cool. We're going to do it a little bit earlier tonight because I want to have a good time with you, Steve, not so much with this other guy. But listen, I'm really blessed that we get all these people who maybe they tune in for a bit and leave, but I've been happy that the numbers go up, right? So like you first go live and you get like 100, 200, and then it keeps on going up. So hope it continues. But again, being a part of the Lotus family has been great on 670, the old home of Extra Sports 670 and 690 back in the day. So it's been a thrill.
There he is. Arash Markazi will come back, talk a little fantasy football to close things out here at Circa during the Ultimate Contest weekend.
Tired of burning cash on high auto loan rates? It's time to reclaim your financial freedom with West